All right, let's do it.
Hey, a record just came in the mail. You want to see it?
Yes, but I was watching the intro and there's no ear in the dead wax on that, so that was a big miss.
Everyone,
So that's a 66. That's a 66 mono, I think.
can you give your address so they can send their cards and letters to you? Your
all right.
background looks fake. Is it fake?
No, it's my background for real skis.
Were you
My dog will probably won't-
let me make a prediction.
on.
ESP. Right, Mike's record room is now the baby's room. No, am I wrong?
The office is now the nursery.
Oh boy!
Oh, quickly, I brought this down. So I did order, and for people that are expecting, you can get Blue Note onesies on the Blue Note website. So I'm gonna start them young here.
Do they do them in adult sizes?
But yeah, so that came in today.
Okay, you want to see the record that just came?
Yeah. Oh, very good.
Here's what's funny. Who's Herbert Morgan? I don't know it.
Herbert Morgan? No way. Oh man.
Why are you laughing?
Is that a mistake that's on the original though?
No, it's not a mistake. Lee Morgan's there and Herbert Morgan on sax.
Oh, okay. I don't know who Herbert Morgan is. I thought they made an error.
This is a great record. You know, one record I want to get an OG of is
what?
Larry Young, Lawrence of Newark.
Yeah.
And there's reissues that are probably needle drops or CD something or other. Mm-hmm. But that's quite expensive. But this, if you listen to this is not that dissimilar. The music on this is very similar to that one. Maybe Lawrence of Newark is a little more out there, but it's similar.
So this is Larry Young's Lawrence of Newark on Perception.
Which I'm trying to track this down. I don't know who has the rights to Perception because there's several really good records on that label. So if anyone knows, let me know.
There's a VG copy for $250.
I bought one on eBay, but the guy mislabeled it and he took it back. But I need that. But this is excellent.
Excellent.
Hey, I've listened to it a lot. Now it came out today, so I'm happy.
Cool. What's up, Chris? Chris, you're muted. So, well, get it sorted because I do want to go over Barry Harris's quotes from that speech a little bit. I think that'll be fun. What? No, don't do it.
I mean, if you watch Barry Harris, because he lived, how old was he when he passed away? He was old.
Let's see. Yeah.
He lived a nice long life. But in his later years,
91.
He was kind of angry.
Well,
if you watch I
wouldn't call it angry. I just think he has very strong opinions.
He called people out. I don't know if he did that in the earlier days.
Yeah. So, but yeah, I think it'll be fun. Chris, are you getting your mic going? Do you want to restart? Leave and come back. StreamYard does this sometimes. I've seen it on other streams.
But he's a computer dude.
Yeah, I know, but I don't.
I have two Barry Harris records right here.
Okay, let's take a look at those. So those are both on Riverside. I had
this earlier. This is a Japanese pressing.
Okay, Chasing the Bird.
And this is with him, Bob Crenshaw, and Clifford Jarvis on drums trio.
Yes.
But I picked this up at the Vinyl Con. I haven't been here for a few weeks, so I have some Vinyl Con stuff. And this, I'm keeping this. I have a lot of OJCs available tomorrow, but this is excellent.
Yeah, that is. I think that's his first lead record.
But this is a live record with Sam Jones and Louis Hayes.
Yeah, I'd like to get an original of that, but they're like none available except for like one, and it's a crazy price.
I'll tell you what, man, I picked up so many OJCs. Here's another one. And they sound so good. This is a Freddie Red trio.
Yeah.
In this one, this is killer.
Okay. Yeah.
These sound so good, but this is excellent.
Yeah, it is. And the reason why Barry Harris got on my radar was I was watching the new channel to Be or Not to Bop, and he was talking about Barry Harris, and I guess he was a student of his, or he knew him. So he was just saying how he's the master of bebop, and I was just like, okay, well, whatever. And that stuck in my head, and I was just thinking, like, what should I listen to? So I started pulling up Barry Harris, and he basically on every album he does Parker. Like even that one record you just showed was called Chasing the Bird. So like he's kind of in that school. Like that's he whatever album he's on, it seems that he's playing Parker. So I was like, this is great. And he plays it beautifully. So I was like, this guy is amazing. I can't believe I slept on Barry Harris for being, for someone who's so into Parker. He's great. So then I started listening to him, and then I mentioned it. And then Chris, I think, told me that he was really opinionated. So I started watching the interviews, and he's really opinionated.
Yeah. I mean, I guess he taught and gave a lot of lectures.
Yeah. I mean, in his defense, I think he's like sure-footed in his arguments. You could disagree with him, but I think he's, I think he's come to these conclusions not because he's a hater, but honest, just how he perceives how jazz music, the best way to learn about it and play it. And like, so he'll like talk about things. I was joking around with you guys earlier. He's like, you got to know what diminished chords are. And he would say, like, when I ask somebody that, they tell me this. I'm just like, you don't, like, it's not a half step to a full, like, you don't know what a diminished chord is. And he just goes on these rants. And then he starts talking about Miles Davis. So I have a quote here from Miles. Let me just share my screen real quick. So this is the interview I'm quoting. So I'll drop a link. I do encourage people to listen to it, and I'm not condoning it or whatever. I just thought it was fascinating because I love his music so much that I was just, it's just curious for me to hear his thinking here. So on Miles, he goes, I don't believe in Miles Davis as the greatest thing in the world. I don't believe in that stuff. I think they corrupted the music. I think they hurt the music. So I may as well say it now. I used to not say it, but I'm old now, so I don't care. So I can say it. So he said, so he kind of goes off on Miles a little bit. And then for John Coltrane, I thought this was fascinating. He said, every tenor player try to sound like John C. That's ridiculous. And they play the tenor like an alto. He played tenor like an alto. You think of Coleman Hawkins playing the tenor. He had that beauty down low, down there. Tenor with the low instruments, low notes. These cats play tenor up there. That's ridiculous. And then he goes on. He talks about modal jazz. He says,
no one's going to have to listen to the interview because Mike's going to read the entire thing to it.
No, there's a lot more stuff that I can't even comprehend. I'm not even going to go. But just one last thing. On modal, he says, these are like the most salacious things that stood out to me. Yeah. He goes, everybody played modal jazz. What they think is jazz, they think that's jazz. I don't quite agree. I don't consider that jazz. And then he talks about Bach and classical and how Bach's notation was misleading people. I mean, he really goes off on everybody.
You want to hear a great Barry Harris quote?
Okay, go on.
Fuck Diet Coke. Man, that's awesome.
Yeah. So anyway, but I will say, I mean, I want his records. Like all his Riverside records. I actually have a record to show. So one Barry Harris record I got a while ago is this Barry Harris Sextet. And on this, he plays with Charles McPherson, who he plays with a lot. And Charles McPherson is kind of in this school, this like bebop school. And then there's Kenny Dorham on it. Pepper Adams sounds fantastic on this. Baritone sax on this sounds great. Paul Chambers and Billy Higgins. So it's a killer sextet. And check out the track Bullseye, the title track on it. And it's fantastic. It's great.
It's good. He did a bunch of records and played with people on Xanadu.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And I don't even know if there should be under $20, those records.
Yeah.
Those Barry Harris Xanadu records are good.
My opinion on all his bullshit is that he's completely full of shit. Because he hates Miles, he hates on Coltrane, he hates on Bill Evans. So everybody that was more successful than him, he shits on, and that's what his whole bit is, I think. And then he poisoned his own students' minds a lot of the time. That's where that fucking
so Chris,
Shorter guy came from.
Yeah, can you just explain what that is?
Yeah, it was this guy that was doing posts on like Instagram and YouTube and shit, and they kind of blew up several years ago. You know, he was the fuck Wayne Shorter guy, and like Wayne Shorter ruined jazz and all this other bullshit. And he was one of Barry's students, you know.
So his name is.
I'm not saying I hate Barry Harris. I just think some of his opinions are stupid.
Yeah, but you know, not to go outside the genre, but I had posted Bruno Waller, who's like considered one of the greatest conductors in classical music. And there's this interview where he just trashing jazz music, like to the point where it's like it's just racist.
Yeah.
So it's like these, and I've dealt with people who are considered geniuses in my professional work, and then when you listen to him talk,
was it Mazzy? Was he the genius you dealt with?
He's one of the dummy people I know. No, but like there's that Mark Forrester, who directed the movie that Halle Berry rightfully won the Oscar for. Remember that movie?
Yeah, vaguely.
And in dealing with him at screenings, he just had such disdain for the audience.
Yeah. People
who are paying money to come and see it. So I don't know if that's an underlying thing, of kind of genius or people who are really good at what they do.
Yeah, he definitely had ideas that I don't understand because I'm not a musician. I just think I don't like a lot of his opinions.
Well, it seems
like,
I was just going to say it seems like that he kind of pushes back on any evolution of the like bebop form.
Oh, that's exactly what I was going to say. So
yeah,
first of all, how stupid is that? Bebop was an evolution of the music to begin with. Like we're just going to play bebop for the next 1,000 years and not ever fucking change. Like it's just stupid.
Here's one thing that people who I have met and dealt with that get it. And people who are so into it, they have no perspective. Yeah. They lose their objectivity. So artists who lose their objectivity are usually the ones who act that way.
Yeah.
In my experience.
Yep.
Yeah. And I'm not equipped to like handle a response to him at all. But I just felt based on how much I loved his records and he speaks in from a source of experience, obviously, and he taught for. So I was watching his teaching videos, and it's just fascinating. Honestly, I encourage everybody to kind of just check out his videos, like his educational videos. There's one around giant steps that has like 21 million views or something, and it looks like it's from the 90s or something. And he's like sitting there smoking cigarettes, and he's explaining like the progression or the chord changes. And it's just fascinating because he's testing them. He's like, if I do like play this in C, then where do I like take this next? And you can see that like there are these choices, but he's like arguing that there's like a correct way to do it. And he explains it. It's really just fascinating to understand that those decisions, because when I'm listening, I'm not thinking about, those decisions of where the melody is going or, what they're improvising in between. I just can hear if I like it or not. But like, it just shows you the like level of kind of, I don't know, like the language of this at a certain level that it is like there are, ways to, I don't know. I don't really know. I just thought it was fascinating. I'm losing it here.
I feel like Mike just likes everybody that's a hater because first he was obsessed with Lenny Tristano, who had his way was the right way to do jazz. And now he's obsessed with Barry Harris.
That's not what he said.
Oh, Chris, let me explain something to you. If you watched my preview video yesterday,
I did not.
We had a nice guy. I believe he was Mike's evil twin.
Yeah,
but he was nicer than Mike with glasses. He didn't have glasses on.
Oh, weird. Wow.
Anyway,
I can watch that.
As a fan of the music, I thought it was.
No, it's very interesting for sure.
But I mean, people tell stories about how Miles was an asshole, right?
Yeah.
I mean, these guys are put on a pedestal, and this is what their dream is, to be accepted for what they do.
Yeah.
So what do you do?
Hey, Joe.
What do you think, Joe?
Hey guys. Yeah, I mean, I saw a lot of the posts with the Barry Harris stuff in the group, and I had no idea what the hell people were talking about.
Don't worry about it.
I think I missed the beginning of it, and then it just kept going, and then I was thinking like, oh, maybe this was just something that Mike is, fixated on, and then Rob started like getting in on it. So like, I was just like,
I was being more ridiculous.
Yeah, that's fair.
But yeah, no,
It's my fault. I sent Mike on the rabbit hole of Barry Harris fuckery last weekend.
Yeah.
Okay, gotcha. Yeah.
So the whole joke in the thread is that Barry Harris, if anything good happens, Barry Harris hates on it. So,
Barry Harris.
That's funny.
Oh shit. You know.
Yeah.
Whatever. I just don't like artists that shit. I mean, you know, they all have the right to their opinions, obviously. Just whatever.
Yeah. So Joe, I saw you picked up a pretty big record recently. I think. What was
like
it?
a 16-inch or what?
No, it was like a high on the want list title.
Oh.
Joe, you know what I'm talking about?
I'm trying to think of how long ago would it have been?
I think your most recent pickup.
Why are you being coy, dude?
I don't know I forget what it was, but I remember you showed a pretty killer record.
It was a mono? That one?
I don't know I can't remember what it was.
Yeah, I have a few things. There's a few things that I've shown that I listened to, and it ended up not being the best. So I'm gonna kind of like, I don't know, pass on that stuff. I'm gonna probably trade it at some point. But I don't know. Do you want me to show some stuff I got?
Yeah.
Recently, I just picked out a few things. There was some more stuff, but I've been on this weird thing I should say weird thing. The last like month or so, I've really gotten back into like actually listening to records instead of just buying. I've just spent so long just like accumulating stuff, and then I just wasn't listening to anything. I don't know. I think part of it too, and Rob kind of knows this, about around last year, I got a Humming Guru, and it didn't work out for me. I still have not, like, I'm still finagling with it to figure out what it is. I tried to send it back, but they're like, well, you can send it back and we'll try to repair it. But like, it was just too much of a crapshoot. So I don't know. I blamed it on that, but I've been getting back into records, or actually listening to the records that I've gotten. But some things I've gotten recently, I did pick up the Tone Poet, but then
nice.
I just was really enthralled by the session. So I got this on Discogs, City Lights, Lee Morgan. This is like a 72 on that. It's like when they moved to that. I guess it was the last
United Artists? Was it United Artists
label? It was like, the United Artists like stereo, and it sounds really good. And it's I have a second record. I don't remember what it is now, but it says this like an original stereo recording.
Yeah.
Which I hadn't really seen again on too many. I think it's this one, and then I think Sonny's
Crib.
Sonny's Crib, I think had a similar thing. But yeah, this is a great one. Love the
There's
Tone Poet.
also there's the Kenny Burrell Volume 2, whatever that one's called. That one also has the stereo one like that.
Okay. Yeah, I'd never seen that until recently. So you're used to seeing that, like that message of the reprocessed stereo, but I'd never seen. Another one a few weeks ago. Have a mono, but I found a original stereo. Love Supreme, nice. So I just love this album so much. So I was happy to. I had my first copy actually was like a early 70s one. I don't think it had the Van Gelder. It was like one of the first ones that hadn't had the Van Gelder, and I had that for years, and then I found a mono a few years ago, and then I just got this one. But there's just not a lot to say about this, but just love it. So that's
cool.
It. I did get a 10-inch. I don't know, maybe Mike, that was what you were talking about.
Oh God, yeah. Oh yeah.
No. Cool.
Yeah. Clifford Brown, Lou Donaldson. Yeah, this is. Yeah. I think this is his first.
Who's the drummer on that one?
Billy
it Blue?
Joe.
It's Philly Joe. Okay.
Yeah, so it's Clifford Brown trumpet, Lou Donaldson alto sax, Elmo Hope piano, Percy Heath bass, and Philly Joe Jones drums.
Yeah.
I think this was from, if I remember correctly, it was like June 53.
Yeah.
So that was that was his early. I think that was his earliest stuff that he had. But yeah, and then he had another one that was around the same time that was a black and white image that was called, I think, like A Star on the Horizon or a New Star on the Horizon.
Yeah.
And that has the same. I guess actually, I think that has the other side of the Memorial album that came out on Blue Note, like the 10-inch, or sorry, the 12-inch that came out on Blue Note.
There's also
these were also featured on it. The only one, I guess, all of the tracks except for the last track, Bella Rosa, were then put on that 12-inch Clifford Brown Memorial album when it came out in '56. So
no shit, interesting.
yeah, so it's like, and actually Felipe, you guys were talking last week about I think he had upgraded his, and so he sent me his old copy. So
cool.
That's in the mail. I'm curious to see what. I'm hoping that Felipe is a conservative person and that the record is actually okay. So we'll see. But I got it for free.
No,
It
sounded like it got drugged down the street. We'll see.
Okay. All right.
All right. So just quickly, let me just go to master releases. So on Blue Note, the 10 inches are. This is the one you were just talking about. This is the new Star on the Horizon 10-inch. Then there's also this one This is the one you just showed.
I have, but there's like an orange cover and the brown one.
Then there's also this J.J. Johnson one, and I think this is a really good session. And then there's also, I'm surprised it's not showing because I think it was actually put out in France first, but there's a G.G. Grice Clifford Brown 10-inch that I think was put out on Vogue or Swing, and then Blue Note reissued it. It was when they recorded over in Europe with Lionel Hampton's band, and those are really rare.
Yep. Yeah, I think I know. Is it like do you know if it's like an orange?
Yeah, it's like the checkered pattern.
Yeah.
So I think I just searched for Blue Note, but I think the reason why the master is not coming up is because it was not originally a Blue Note session. Anyway,
I got a few more things, but I wanted to show this because I did talking about listening to stuff recently. I'd gotten in last summer, so it was quite a while since I got it, but I found this is an early pressing. I have the RSD. Both of them sound great. But this was very similar to like Love Supreme for me, that the first time I listened to it, I just absolutely loved it. I mean, just really above a lot of stuff. So listen to this one, sounded great as well. But yeah, I was very, very stoked to have gotten this. This was a huge.
I first heard that when the Record Store Day one came out.
Yes, that's saying right. It was one of those records that I had seen people show and see it in shops from time to time, or people post about the shops will post about it, but I didn't really ever think I was going to find it. So, and actually these last two are things I got today. And so actually both of them came from Rochester. I took a trip. This one was the reason why I went. One of the shops there, Record Archive. I occasionally will check their Discogs because they seem to, sometimes they post the stuff on Instagram, but sometimes it just like goes under the radar and goes right onto Discogs. But I don't know if any of you have seen this or familiar with this. This is Harold McKinney and Voices and Rhythms of the Creative Profile. This is on the Tribe label out of Detroit. So this is like one of 8 or 9 records that I think were on the label, 74, but it's got the guys that are on most of the sessions, like Wendell Harrison, Marcus Belgrave, especially, and then Harold McKinney. His wife is a singer; she's on this one as well. And I think there's like a choir on one of them. But this is a cool like some jazz funk. There's also some like freer moments as well, which I think a lot of the Tribe stuff was in that, I don't know, kind of modal. But it also had a funky side to it as well. I think there was a strong Detroit influence to it. And actually, I was reading the back of this, and where it says that It says, rather than travel to New York to make it, as most of contemporaries did. So Tommy Flanagan, Barry Harris, you guys were just talking about him,
Yeah.
Donald Byrd. Harold chose to remain in the Motor City to help cultivate musicians, audiences, and the means for marketing jazz in Detroit through educational and organizational efforts. So,
That's cool.
maybe he got the call from New York and he decided to, you know what I mean, stay true to where he was. So, but yeah, no, this is a killer one. Great. There's a lot of like trumpet, saxophone, but then there's also some vocals. There's I think a few tracks, 2 or 3 of the tracks have some vocals on it. So yeah, this was a cool one. But yeah, Harold McKinney, this is his only record that he had. So only one on the label as well. So yeah, it was a cool one to grab. And then the last one, this one isn't in the best condition. I was able to get a good. It was significantly discounted because of that, but had Bop Shop's had this for a while, and they kind of slowly put this stuff out, and so I have a copy of this already. But this is an original. Again, it's not in the best condition. It looks probably G plus, probably plays VG. I played a little bit at the store, but yeah, I was able to get this good price.
Is that a New York 23 label?
New York 23, yeah. Yep.
Yeah, that's cool.
Both sides of that, yeah. So this is a cool one. This is actually, I don't know if it was Felipe that talked about this a while ago, if he shared the same I don't know, interest in this one. This is one of my favorite Hank Mobley sessions. Especially early stuff, but I've always Art Farmer. I'm finding last month I found he had a record with Curtis Fuller, Volume 3. It's got that kind of pinkish image of him. Yeah. And I just love 50s Art Farmer. I think, Mike, you talked last week about Art Farmer met Grice on Prestige. So I love that stuff. I don't know. There's something about Art Farmer in the 50s, especially. Yeah. That it was kind of like Kenny Dorham, too. I think a lot of these guys, it almost seemed like they got, I don't know, tired of playing in a certain way. And then once they got to a certain point in their career, they were able to do what they wanted to do. Because, I mean, when you got to the 60s with Art Farmer, he became a lot more relaxed with it. It seemed like it was. Well,
so what I recently discovered was Art Farmer's Atlantic catalog from the mid 60s. Yeah. Mm-hmm. This title in particular, Joe, and other people have recommended this to me, multiple people, and I totally so essentially what this is, it's the same group as Basra. So you got Pete LaRocca. Let me see who's on here. So you got there's Steve Swallow, Pete LaRocca, Art Farmer. So I guess instead of Joe Henderson, you have Art Farmer and Steve Kuhn. So you have the same rhythm section: Steve Kuhn, Pete LaRocca, Steve Swallow. It's a wonderful session, and it's totally affordable. But I agree, those mid to those early to mid 50s Art Farmer Hackensack trumpet recordings, those sound incredible.
One thing you're forgetting, Joe, is his brother died, and I think that affected him a lot.
Because he died, I think, in it was early 60s, I think.
He was very young.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think it's a car accident, but I don't know.
Yes, I think
Addison Farmer on bass. That guy?
Yeah, Addison Farmer played a lot with Mose Allison in his trio, but I think him dying affected Mose, but I think it affected Art Farmer.
Sure. No, that makes sense. And it doesn't I know once he was away from, because he recorded, I mean, he was on quite a few Blue Note sessions as a sideman. I mean, he was never a leader on at least the 1500 series stuff. I don't think he was ever a leader on anything, but he was on Curtis Fuller Volume 3. He's on this one. He's on Sonny Clark, Cool Struttin'. Yeah. So he featured on a lot of really great sessions. And then by the 4000 series, I think he had moved to his next thing with Benny Golson doing the jazz tet, and that stuff is great too. But for me, I don't know. I sometimes get drawn into the poppier stuff, or not the popular, the more popular stuff, the Blue, the bigger label stuff. And so I sometimes with a lot of these guys that had such a big catalog, I sometimes have a hard time sifting through what's going to work for me. But you're right, Mike. I mean, now I've seen that record quite a bit, and I didn't realize, I guess, what the lineup is. So next time I'm at and probably in Rochester, I'll see if I can.
I mean,
It's worth if you're watching, it's worth streaming it. I dropped a link to it, and it's still cheap, so
Yeah.
it's like a sleeper.
I have a mono copy of it. It's a great record.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So then I
And
started
also-
sampling his other Atlantic stuff, and I think that was my favorite one. But the other stuff's pretty good too.
What was the record he did with Jim Hall?
He
Art Farm,
he did a live record.
what's on CTI? The one
This
with
is
the-
CTI?
No,
Yeah.
no, on Atlantic. He
Atlantic.
did a
Yes,
couple
yes.
on Atlantic. He did a couple records, at least I would know of. But there's the famous one is live at the Village Vanguard.
But Joe,
Yeah, I can't remember.
that Hank Mobley, I just assume I will never own that record.
Yeah, I
That
didn't.
is-
Oh yeah, I didn't. And it was funny thing was they had they had gotten 2 copies in from this collection over the summer, and both of them were probably visually G plus. Maybe there was a difference of about $200 for between the 2 copies, and the more expensive one sold, I think, within the first month or so, maybe, and then I think the other one just kind of got swept to the side. And yeah, like I said, I've kind of chipped away at some of the other stuff that was there, and again, I had brought a bunch of stuff to Record Archive, so I was able to get some cash and was able to, I mean, it was definitely still pricier, but I don't know, for me, it's like, I don't know if you guys have seen like the joke about like girl math, where like if you spend money and then you buy something and then it doesn't work out, so you return it, and then you have that money and then you spend it on something else that you really didn't spend any money in the end.
Yes.
Like that was kind of what it's like for me with these records, where like I'm bringing them to these places to trade and I'm getting cash, and
Yeah.
so like in my mind I'm thinking, oh shit, I only paid
Right.
$200 for this record, when you know what I mean, when it
Yeah.
and so like, I only paid $200 and it's a $500 record. So
Right.
for me
Yeah.
it works out, even though I probably got bent over with much.
So what's the other copy of that you said you have?
I have the 72 UA mono,
Okay.
which is I guess I looked more recently. That's one of those ones that did end up having a few. There's like a 57, a 50, and then there's like 1 or 2 58s, and then
Okay.
it jumps all the way to 72 when they did that. I think they
Yep.
did about 25 titles in 72 that were all, and that's great. I mean, I picked that up right at the beginning of COVID, and it was like, I think I paid $60 or $70 for it. So, and for me, that's, I don't know.
I think Music Matters did it, so I don't think Tone Poet will do it, but the classic series might do it.
It's I like I said, there's something about he was really dialed in at that, and that was 1550. So that would have been, I'm trying to think of what he would have already had that black covered one with Lee Morgan and Donald Byrd. That was that blowing session one, but he wouldn't have done 1568 obviously yet, or I don't know, but what else he would have been on. But I mean, he was prolific. He was one of the probably handful of guys, 4 or 5 guys that really made it through pretty much the entire main modern jazz kind of thing with Blue Note, starting in the early 50s. He had that, I think it was actually 55. I think he had that 10-inch, which I would love to find. That actually was also reissued in the 70s. That was a
72,
Japanese
yeah.
only UA mono one. And actually, Dave, I was talking to one of the guys at Bob Shop last week, and they had around COVID they had that 75 UA mono one, like the 1975 UA mono one, and it was like $30 for it. And I remember I just kept going in and looking, and I was like, not for me. And then it was gone, and I don't even know what it's selling for now, but
$100 at least. I mean,
yeah, a lot more than it would have been.
So you've been going into archive and raiding the bank inside.
Yeah,
there.
I've been. I mean, I feel bad because
that's it's called you play to win the game.
Yeah, I mean, I'm going in and I'm like they're a little bit more open at this point. I think I've just I last time I sold something at the Bob Shop was Thanksgiving, and I think it got to the point where I think they needed to get some money. They needed to stop giving me credit for stuff because I was bringing in a lot of stuff. I mean, I would be getting some of these records. I was getting, again, I'd give them $100, and the rest of it was credit. I mean, I got that the Arthur Doyle on Akba. I got that for free, Dave. I mean,
because just basically because you brought in
right. So I mean, it's
stack of Pride Blue Notes
like
or
that
something.
where it just but yeah, I've been selling a lot of stuff to Mark at Record Archive.
Well, that's what Brandon and Dom did last Christmas time, and Bob and Tom really took care of them, and they walked out with some great records, paid a little bit of cash, and
right. Yeah, and I think if I went as infrequently as they did, I think I could do that, but. I mean, I'm going in there at least once, 2-3 times a month at this point. So it's. I mean,
I almost bought your Scoof record off the wall at Archive.
Oh yeah.
It was. They had a hefty tag on it, but it was. You don't see that record.
No. Yeah, I actually got that from Charles, who lives in Portland. I don't know if you get Strictly Headies. I bought that from him a few years ago. He's got his. It's like that. Rob, I know you were talking, or you went to VinylCon a few weeks ago, and some of those guys that the Now Again guy, some of those guys, I mean, I don't even know how you get into a position like that where you have access to these records. And I'm not even just talking about Egon. I'm talking just like about some of his friends and people that just like
they go in those circles. It's like Vegas. It's like Vegas. You choose a level and you stay in that level.
Do you think Rob, that it's
that now we're looking at here?
Yeah, Egon's in that level with like Peanut Butter Wolf and all these DJ types.
I heard the Now and Again guy was walking around with a crazy, rare, expensive record.
Well, he posted like a bunch of stuff on Instagram, and I think so did there was a guy that Klink Hammer. In the Netherlands, and he posted so much about VinylCon, but one of them was like he had a friend that had never been to a record fair, and this guy like dropped like over $2,000 just on like a single record. It's like,
I'm gonna tell you, everyone knows Vinyl Piper. He's not jazz. Go to his channel and watch his posts. I hang around with him. He's at another level than I am. I'm not at that.
Yeah. Oh, he's got a little bit of a budget.
He went down to Tijuana last weekend for a record show and picked up, that stuff. But he's doing a good thing now where he streams all these rare psych records. Mm-hmm. But he's at a different level than I am. His path in vinyl is not my path.
Rob, do you think a lot of these guys are? It's just. Like you get into these circles because you show that you got a lot of money. Is that what it is?
No, look.
It's all relative.
People hate my guts, but some people don't. And I'm friends with a lot of different people. It's if you're open to hanging out like at VinylCon, I would say at least 20 VC YouTube people were there, and we all hung out and had a good time.
Yeah.
So either you become friends with people or you don't, because personalities don't mix. I think the problem with the Now and Again, he owns a label that people want. You know what I mean? Right. So people befriending him, are they befriending him with the hobby or who he is? That might be an issue.
I mean, he's always, if you look at his posts, he's always traveling, and he'll be in New York City one weekend, and then he's in
one of his videos.
It'll be the next weekend. And,
Sorry.
Like, I've become friendly with Lance from Permanent and Alex from Record Safari. Those are guys who are operating at another level than I am. And I'm not talking financially. Just what they know and how they approach vinyl is, I'm not even close to being there. You know,
I'm someone here that doesn't hate Rob's guts, but I hate
you do.
I hate his driving.
Well,
Oh,
just
is he
a
a
little
bad
bit of a
driver?
story on Egon.
I tell you,
So-
the automatic Waymo auto driver was such a pleasure. after
Mazzy, calm
riding.
down. I hung out with Joey, and Joey goes, "I don't know what Mazzy's talking about."
Okay, all right. Joey, are
hey,
you watching?
I have some records I want to show before I exit the stream
What?
since Mazzy's here.
Let me just, I can back, talk a little bit about Egon here, just because it relates to jazz for me. So my brother actually is when he heard I got into jazz, it was one Christmas. He told me I needed to check out Sun Ra. So I think the first Sun Ra record I bought was one of the Impulse titles. But then one of the first videos I saw on YouTube was that series where they interviewed the different DJs on Fuse or whatever it was.
Mm-hmm.
And I saw the one with Egon, and he showed Night at the Purple Moon. And I checked that out, and that led me really deep into the Sun Ra path. So I have really
Wow.
Egon to thank for that.
Wow.
And then he had somehow he had some contest that he posted on Instagram, and it had to do with Bernard Purdy. Basically, like it was a challenge, like tell him something he didn't know about Bernard Purdy or whatever. And I told him that he played on the Harlem River Drive record, and he didn't know that. So he sent me 15 records.
Yeah, but Bernard Purdy
he's a cool dude.
played on all the Beatles records.
Yeah, Purdy played on a lot of records, but does a lot of good stuff with the label right now. It's when it started out, the pressings were really bad out of United, and he actually took the criticism well because I gave him shit, and he said, "Yeah, we need to do something better," and he's made it way better. So,
Dave, I listened to this this past week.
Oh, the Watts.
Yeah, the Marzette Watts. There's 2 tracks that have got vocals. The opening track, and then I think Lonely Woman on the B side. That's got Patty Waters.
Yeah, she's a wild one.
It's definitely crazy. It's mostly just him on saxophone. If you guys ever see, I mean, it's on Savoy. This is like when they.
Yeah.
That's the one that I saw that you shared.
Okay.
Well,
Okay.
Yeah, that's like a
on
grail.
Instagram. Yeah, I posted that on Instagram.
It's on the twofer. Half of the records on this twofer.
Yeah.
So what I want to do is I want Rob to show records, but then Mazzy interpret them for us. So,
There you go.
You hold up the record.
Like he's riding in a Waymo.
Mazzy doesn't.
No, Mazzy, I'm like interpretive dancing or something, or miming. Perfect.
Appreciative, Mazzy is.
All right.
I'm signing for Rob.
I was serious.
Here's a record that I saw at the Vinyl Con twice, and it was very expensive. And I don't know if anyone knows this record, but I found this at a record store after.
Whoa!
Vinyl Con. Do you know
You found a record at a record store?
Listen, Chris, I have a record that you want, and your behavior is not very good right now.
Oh, the pile dwindleth.
What is this? Oh, Mel Hinky.
This Mel Hinky group. This is from 1947, I think. But this record, I guess, is very in demand.
Is that that shit on the cover part of the cover, or is that like paint?
No, it's not drawn on. This is
okay. Okay, cool.
It's on the Tempo label.
Okay, looking it up.
Cool label.
Oh, I like that.
Wow,
1949. That's from.
Oh,
yeah,
sweet.
but I saw it. 2 people had it hanging at VinylCon for like 150 or more.
I got the label. So this is the Tempo label.
Yeah. It's not. It's a trio.
Super sound process.
There are other Mel Hankey records you see. There's one with the girl on it.
Yes. Yeah.
But he's trying to be different. Like his style of playing is kind of slightly avant-garde for the time.
Okay.
He's playing
so it's a
hard
smaller group here. So maybe a couple different sessions
there is guitar and bongos.
Okay.
But he plays solo on a few songs, but I was very intrigued. This I found this for 50. It's okay shape. It sounds all right. The cover's pretty nice, but I didn't know what this was all about. So
that's pretty cool.
It's 1940. It's a 1949 LP. That's got to be one of the first ones ever made.
It's really good. It's good.
So
if you ever see it, grab it. If it's not $150,
assuming Discogs is correct with the release year.
That's an assumption.
I
Yeah.
found a bunch of Van Gelder stuff.
Are we
But this
whispering?
is a Van Gelder. Actually, so I found this. I know this came out as a tone poet.
Today.
This is a Liberty pressing. I think
That
it might
came
be
out
the
today.
second. It's a West. It's not Van Gelder, but I think this is the second pressing of it.
Have you
So
listened to that yet?
what is that? Hootin' and Toot, Fred Jackson, Hootin' and Toot, and who's the band?
That came
on
out
that?
today at Tone Poet. Did
As
you
a
listen
Tone
to it?
Yes,
We have.
Like it?
yes, it is good. He's a little more like a party record type of jazz, but it's
Party
good.
Like what? Soul jazz or what?
Yeah, a little bit.
Okay.
It's good.
I like soul jazz.
Fluffy. Yeah, I got this T-shirt at Vinyl
Hey,
Con.
why don't you just
Jacob-
comment in the chat to
Jacob's
Fluffy?
friend.
Okay, you're
No,
What's
I'm
this shirt? Hang
He
on.
asked a question. But
Yeah.
just
He
calm
asked a
down, Rob.
question that you can respond to in the chat. I'm
But-
talking.
100 years
Horrible.
ago. 100 years ago.
Wow.
What
Send
was
me
your
that,
role
Matthew.
of
I
talking
want that.
over people,
He-
Mike?
This guy made these shirts. He was selling records at VinylCon with Jacob Wendt was there.
Okay.
His-
Oh,
Yep.
cool.
And I decided to support it. I mean, 100. You know, my favorite jazz artist of all time,
I like the
Man.
record you bought.
which
that
I
you-
don't
that
remember
you
what I
had
bought. It was-
the guy painted.
oh, the
Yeah.
no, it wasn't even a yeah. That I didn't buy that. That was a freebie. That was a giveaway from
Hey,
Monster.
everyone in the
Energy.
chat,
Oh,
please don't
shit.
address Mazzy. Please do not do this.
All right.
Especially
Anyway, that is
Rob,
a
you're
cool
the only
shirt.
one that has an issue with this.
That's a
Oh,
cool
speaking of
shirt.
Charlie-
Oh, look at that.
Oh,
We have two
whoa.
of them.
Somebody shows
Charlie
this
Parker.
putz shows clothing. I have the records.
All right, it's a tag team effort.
So
Yes.
I found a nice OG Savoy.
I have
Nice.
that one.
And has anyone ever picked up Van Gelder records where he put his initials like teeny tiny in the dead wax?
Yeah.
These are like barely visible. I don't
Is
know
that
if
the
it's-
same with the Watts, Joe? The RVG?
Oh, I didn't see. I didn't really look.
Can you
too
see
much.
that little bit of writing? That's RVG right there.
Yeah.
Is
Yeah,
it?
it is small.
It's
So
early.
I picked this up. You have this, Mike, right?
Yeah, I think that's from 55. I think it's a 55.
I need to get that Savoy box set. Or the Savoy. What's the box set, Mazzy? The Charlie Parker, not the Verve shit, but
the
the.
Savoy one.
I actually, if you
Dial
want
and
that, Chris, let's talk because I have it.
Oh.
The British box set.
Yeah.
Okay, the dial.
Well, I think it was Dial and Savoy, right?
yeah,
Savoy
no, it's
Dial.
like a 21 LP box.
Mike
Oh.
bought it, right? Mike bought it.
Yeah, I have it.
I want the CDs though. I don't want that fucking.
Get the
crazy-
CDs.
uh,
It's definitely the CDs are the way to go for that. It's too much material.
No, it's not.
This is a
Nothing-
Van
it's never
Gelder
too much.
stereo Black Bee.
You can't handle too
Who's
much.
on that one? I actually kind of want that record. I don't know.
Wait
why.
till you've been a parent for 30
Fine,
years. Then you'll know.
fine.
Okay. Yes, Mike. Wait till you're 70 years old. Like,
Yes.
Well, there's that too.
Very cool.
okay.
Yeah. Looks like a great.
So, Chris, I found another copy of this, and I go, "Oh fuck, it's mono," and then the sticker fell off. It really
Good stereo.
says stereo on the back.
Nice.
Ah,
Cool.
Van Gelder stereo.
Nice.
This was the find of all
Well,
this.
send me the good one. I don't want to scratch that piece of crap.
What is that?
Nice.
It's a Black Bee Van Gelder of Juju.
nice.
Oh, I have that. I have that copy. I
Yeah.
bought it from Brandon.
Very
Yes.
nice.
Can I request something from the Jazz Bums?
Yes.
No,
The,
Yes.
the
So-
week, whenever, I don't know what date it arrives on, but August 29th, that week,
Okay.
can you host? I want to be a part of a centennial birthday for Charlie Parker. Oh, no, never mind. Never mind. It's
Miles
up the roll.
Davis.
Never mind, sir. Forget it.
Yeah.
He already had this is Coltrane and Miles this year. Never mind.
We should
Yeah.
still do that though. It'd be fun.
But August 29th.
According to Barry Harris, both of those artists have ruined jazz.
They're full of
Well,
shit.
Yeah,
And-
man. We're
and
moving on.
I would like to finish, and then Mazzy can interrupt everyone he wants.
Yeah.
I just interrupted you and the other
so,
people.
So Felipe very nicely found a copy of this, and I got it. And like clockwork,
Oh, yeah.
they announced the reissue of it.
That's
Like,
Oh,
cool. that
yeah.
you got it, though.
Oh,
Yeah. Let me pull that reissue up. That's Jazz Dispensary?
Yeah.
There was also something else that was announced too. What was it?
Jazz
having a-
Dispensary is celebrating their 20th anniversary with
10th.
listening parties all over the country.
It was 10.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
20th.
here's that spiritual jazz masterpiece, Motherland.
Yeah.
That's interesting. But
Yeah, you know what? I wouldn't call it out of all their records on Muse, this is the least spiritual.
Okay. Interesting.
I mean, there might be some to it, but it's not. You know.
And then they're putting out this Jazz Dispensary celebrates a decade thing, and there's a special LP that they're putting out. I guess this is at record stores only, but you know. Okay.
And on
I'm gonna be going to I found a store about 15 minutes from here. I'm definitely gonna go get that. Cause it looks fucking
They'll
nice.
have a R&D
That does
release
look awesome.
too, right?
Yeah, at it's 420. 420. They're doing this thing where you go to. They have a list of all the stores that are participating.
The Birth of the Cool was announced too.
Yeah.
Tone Poet.
Is it officially a Tone Poet?
Yeah, of course.
It is. Okay.
So it's again the
my-
phonoreel thing. They're finding phonoreels from all these.
Yeah, this is very. I have a copy already, but this is very tempting. I think I'm probably going to buy this one.
What's the price on it, Mike?
It's like it says.
$40.
I guess that's the regular Tone Poet price.
The regular.
it's pretty good.
Like $40.
Do you remember when the 2 record set came out? Probably 7 years ago, right? And it had like extra tracks, or I can't remember if it was a live thing or extra, but I remember.
Hey, John Marino, I don't know what Mazzy's having for dinner.
I already answered. Fremer responded to that, said it's an unlistenable version, and I remember it's one of the early videos I worked on and made. I said it's not unlistenable, but that's my opinion.
He called it he called it an abomination.
Oh, but I thought he said unlistenable too. Okay, but but then he did a semi mea culpa, but not quite, because people jumped all over him. It's not, and in fact, I found it okay, not bad. But it is what is it? 1947 recording, or is it
49? 1949.
Okay. Anyway, so I'm kind of mildly interested. I have several copies.
From it.
No, it's not that. It's not that. Okay, I have a question for you, Mike. Have you listened to?
Just hold on. So I was actually looking for the original article, but this is the follow up. Mazzy was just saying, Michael Fremer after
sort of.
So the previous title was that this is an abomination. That was in the title, and a sonic abortion. That's what it was. He called it a sonic abortion.
Right.
What?
And then so after the outrage, UME's Birth of the Cool reissue reconsidered. So I guess he goes back to it. He still gives the sound of 4.
Yeah.
So
I don't agree with that. I remember that was one of the first sort of response videos ever made after that one, like that type of thing. My question: have you heard the new Sinatra Tone Poet?
No, I have not. I've only heard the.
That's like you're like me if I skipped a Beatle album.
I do want to get it. I just honestly, this isn't a good time for me.
I liked it, but the criticism is happening. Some people think the vocals are too pushed forward. I'm curious what your thoughts are.
In the mix.
Well, then I don't know. But yeah, I know it's going to be in stock.
I see what they're saying. It is forward, but then I listened to the one before. That's forward too. So I don't know.
Is it fully remastered?
No, it's just recut. I mean,
yeah,
it's from those phono.
I just picked up Wee Small Hours, and it's great.
Uh-huh.
What did Kevin say he did to it when they remastered?
I don't know. I don't remember.
Was it just a straight?
You guys interviewed. I mean,
I don't think they did. I don't think they touched it much.
No, they didn't. It is forward, which I thought was fine, but some people think it's his vocals are over the orchestra too much. So if there's any Sinatra people. Well, I agree. I like those vocals forward. You want the Sinatra forward. But
I have an N first pressing, and then I have which is I think 57, and then I have I think the 58 or 59, and the 59 repress is the one I listen to. That one sounds so ridiculously good. So that is definitely a good one to get.
I'm curious your take, since you're the.
I didn't get it. Like right now, I know it'll be in stock, and I'll get it down the road. I'll probably get it.
You're going to be a parent like any minute now. So
yeah.
When's your baby due?
The 22nd.
Wow.
So yeah. So this may be my last live stream, folks, for a while.
So you might be like in lines till a record store day by the time you're.
What about your evil twin? He can come in.
The end of the bums.
I'll try to. I have no clue, but like, yeah, obviously that's something.
I can't wait to meet little Tucker.
I showed this earlier, but I got a Blue Note onesie. So Blue Note
Nice.
store has a Blue Note onesie, so
Oh,
I'm excited.
Start them off right.
Let's have a,
Do they
let's have a
do they
fashion
make it
check.
an XL for Mazzy?
I wear a large. I don't wear an XL.
Yeah. All right. Let me show some records real quick. Let me jump in because I'm only gonna be able to stay on for another half hour or so. I'll move through them quickly. But Joe, you were saying that you're going back and listening to your collection. I'm in the same spot as you. I'm going back and listening, not buying that much. But it's been really great because I do feel like I feel like my collection and listening has I've been doing it for like 5 years, really kind of, and just now going back and kind of approaching the collection and re-listening and stuff. I feel like I don't know, I really enjoy it at like a different level.
Do you have a good pair of headphones?
Yeah, I'm gonna need them. So this is David Murray Octet Home, and this is I think 1981, and so David Murray was part of the loft jazz scene, which was like an avant scene that took place at like Sam Rivers' loft studio. And there's great recordings coming out of those. There's the Wildflowers LP set, but this is coming out of that, but it's more structured. So it's like David Murray moving to a more structured way of playing, and it's got a bunch of great players on it. It's fantastic. So really love this.
Octet, David Murray Octet. I picked this
Okay,
one.
cool. What label?
I've never seen this one anywhere. But it's probably a similar lineup.
But really enjoyed revisiting this one. This is on Black Saint. David Murray Octet Home. Do you guys know this one?
I have that one. Yeah,
I have it.
But yeah, I started looking it up and connecting it to the loft jazz scene was pretty cool.
Definitely.
And then I recently got this. It's a pretty beat up copy of Wailin' with Lou, but it plays side 1 plays really nice. Side 2 plays okay, but I still listened to the whole thing. Really enjoyed it. Wailin' with Lou Donaldson. This is
nice photo on the cover.
Yeah. So the photo's Francis Wolff, and the design is not Reed Miles. The designer is Harold Feinstein, who I've never heard of before.
Reed Miles would never use that typeface.
No, yeah, you could. When I saw that, I was like, you know what? Yeah, he wouldn't. I do like the Blue Note.
But the typeface in the headline is not good for that.
Harold Feinstein is the name I use when I check into hotels.
But
that
it's
was
good.
not easy to come by.
No, it's not. This is like a second pressing or something.
Still,
but really heavy one.
Berkeley is represented.
Mike, what's on the labels?
So this is I think it's the second pressing. So it's not one of the old labels. It's the 47 West 63rd label.
Nice. Yep.
Yeah. So, and then I went back to my reissues, and I pulled this one out. This is the classic series Freddie Hubbard Open Sesame. These pressings are fantastic. This sounded so good. And you got Tina Brooks, McCoy Tyner, Sam Jones, Clifford Jarvis. And
that's his first record on Blue Note.
Yeah, the sound on it was spectacular. It was so good.
Yeah, look at how young he looks on the cover of that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think he was like 21 or 22.
So Rob, you just showed a Freddie Hubbard, right?
Wild.
Yeah. One of the 2 Impulse records that he did.
Yeah. So, yeah, it's cool. So anyway, really enjoyed listening to that.
I have that too, Mike. This is one of the crown jewels in my collection.
Oh, really?
I do have an original of that. Yeah, it is.
Wow.
It's quite a record.
That is incredible.
Mike, you're only gonna need more throw pillows so the baby's doesn't kind of turn around and stuff. So I just want to let you know that.
And then I'm still going back to my analog.
As he is volunteered to give your baby a bris to kind of.
I'm still pulling from my analog production, revisiting these prestige titles. So this is a All Morning Long Red Garland Quintet, and the whole side A is one track. So this is like, the epitome of a prestige jam session. It has Red Garland, John Coltrane, Donald Byrd. Who's Joyner? George Joyner on bass and Art Taylor drums. Red Garland piano, obviously. But this one has a cool cover. I always thought this was designed nice.
Was that an OJC? Was that an OJC?
Well, this is the Analog Productions. It probably was an OJC, but
It has been, yeah.
It's
I think
Esmond Edwards is the photographer and designer. But pretty good. Anyway, so that's what I've been listening to all week.
I got a question for Joe. You going to VinylCon in Philly?
No, I don't think so, Dave. I don't have any money now, so
okay.
I think I'm going. I'm going to Boston next week, and I think that's probably going to be it for a bit. I need to.
You going to
cool it off.
Research Library while you're there?
I went to. Yeah. Oh yeah. I went to.
That explains it.
I went to VinylCon in Philly last May, so I've been twice. I went 2 Novembers ago, and then I went this past time. And the last time I went, I got the La Planète Sauvage.
Yeah,
a great French soundtrack. I felt like when I went the second time, there was not the same people. Like I know Sound of Blue was there the first time I went, and him and his kind of buddies were not there. And there was a guy, can't think what the guy's name was, but it was him and his father, and his entire table was probably 12 to 15 boxes, and it was Blue Notes, Prestige, and it was just like catalog number. I mean, you could flip through and find the majority of the catalog, especially for Blue Note, but it was he wasn't there either. So, but it was still great. I don't know. I have somebody that I could stay with down there, but I don't know. Sometimes I gotta.
Dom said he's going to try to go this time around.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, and I can't make it up for it. But.
I know there's one guy, super nice guy. I've seen him at WFMU. Lawrence.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So I see.
Oh yeah, I know Lawrence.
He's an awesome guy. I love talking to him. But he was there the last time, and then there's Evan, who was friends with Billy.
Yep.
And then there was a guy that was selling with him. If you remember Dave at actually Mike,
Nazi,
you might have seen him too.
Who's friends with Billy? What's his name? Evan.
His name is Evan.
Yeah.
Nazi, do you know Evan?
He was
worked with Billy
on.
I'd have to see his face.
Channel.
Does he have an Instagram?
Was he there the night we had our thing?
What is it? I don't know if it's
I'm
like
not
some
good with
jazz
names
records
like that.
or.
It might have been that night. If he was at the place that night, otherwise I would.
He probably
where
was.
you were taking on Alex,
or if he was at the record show helping him, maybe I don't know.
Yeah, he might.
Yeah, I think you would recognize him.
He worked with Billy, and he was good friends with. But yeah, he
was the romantic.
He was featured on Ken McCallis' channel.
Yeah,
that's right. That's right.
Okay.
Yeah. So his name
the romantic
younger guy.
Mike and I first actually met in person in front of Billy's table.
That's the guy.
Oh,
so
that's
that
right,
guy,
yeah.
I'm pretty sure it's him. I got off the plane for this year's WFMU and got in a cab, and the cab took me to Ergot. That was stop 1, and then Mike showed up and met me there.
And he grabbed that.
But I went there specifically to get a specific record that they had, and I was hoping it was still there because I figured the price was enough to keep it there. Is Tomas Stenko record on K-Lig, the Purple Sun record. It's like an $800 record, and I was just probably going to get that record and then walk around the fair and just talk to people. But
all right, so this is Evan Mazzi. Do you recognize?
Yeah, because he's going to show that
damn
record.
I recognize him. I don't remember if it was. I recognize him.
And you know how Ergot is. You have to go in there and get it.
He looks like Mike when he was bar mitzvahed.
You got to go in there and get it in person.
Horrible joke.
And
he looks pretty young.
Ryan Dye in the VC gave him a heads up that record was there, and he had a friend go in and get it for him. Sight unseen, bought it.
All right.
Like, damn.
Yeah, he's
so
awesome.
So Dave, you're going to VinylCon. Is that what the takeaway is? Are you going?
No, Dom is. I can't.
Dom's
make it.
going. Okay.
Yeah.
Mazzi, have you been to VinylCon in Texas? Is it Texas?
No, I've only been to the LA VinylCon. I've been to Austin Record Show and obviously WFMU.
Austin's its own thing.
There's a few, Mike. Now there's when it started up again. So I get the guy that does VinylCon was originally involved with the Rocky Mountain Record Show in Denver, and then when that, I mean, I think I don't know if he still does that or not, but
I think he did one Denver Vinyl Con.
Okay, he does, but he does now. It's in the last probably year. He's expanded from going just from Philly. Now he's in Philly, Baltimore, Atlanta, LA. Yeah. So and I think it's great because it offers people. I mean, you're obviously getting a lot of different geographies of people. I don't understand why there's one in Baltimore when there's one in Philly, because that's not a far distance from each other.
But it attracts.
Maybe it's how far is Baltimore to DC?
Not far.
Depending on traffic, it's probably less than 30 miles. But whatever.
Yeah, so maybe you get more of the DC.
Well, I just think I think that region, if you take, because that area of the East Coast from Mid-Atlantic up to Boston, everything is within less than 5 hours.
Well,
you know what I mean?
With Baltimore, is the bridge still out? That's
they fixed that. It's fixed.
Is it fixed by now?
Yeah, but that doesn't. I don't. You can go through the tunnel. There's other ways of getting around.
All right, so just to switch it up, Mazzy, do you have any jazz promos?
Yeah, I'm not going to show them all.
All right, give us like a review or something of one.
You guys showed. I haven't had a chance to listen.
Brain of the Gravy Persuasion.
Tomorrow I'm starting to listen because it's been busy in so many ways. Yes, exactly. I'm going to show two. One is not jazz, but it's from our jazz guy. And I love this artist. I love the kind of Greenwich Village, commie, activist artist of Terry Collier. And of course, this is recorded in Chicago. I haven't heard it live, 1967, Chicago. Earl of the Old Town, the venue in Chicago.
That'll probably be a great record.
Oh yeah, I love him. I love those kind of folky, commie, that kind of folk blues thing.
Can you show that one more time? Can you show the cover?
Yeah, that's going to be a good
double album. This is Time Traveler, so this is from Time Traveler, 2,000 copies. Yeah. Now I'm not going to show all of those because I think
this is the famous.
That is a great record.
Yeah, that you can get. They reissued as Bluesville.
Draft of Bluesville. Yeah, Bluesville. That's the one. If you have none, that's the one you need. That's the first one you should get.
Yeah, but the one with the naked girl on the cover.
That's actually good too. Actually, those two. Yeah.
So an original. Look at this. An original is like $1,000.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's prestige, right?
Yes, prestige. Maybe not 1,000, but it looks
good. Get the craft reissue. It's really good.
It's a wonderful record. I love country folk blues, and again, especially when a commie activist does it, I'm all in.
So this is just guitar and bass, no drums. So just Terry Collier with a couple bass players.
It's very minimum. It's beautiful. Cool. It's got a really sweet voice, so it's great. And this is the one, I haven't listened to this yet. I haven't had time. I'm going to start tomorrow. But this is probably the one that works best for this channel. It's the Record Store Day from Muse. And this is Pinnacle, Buster Williams.
Yeah, that's a desirable record.
This is 1975. So just 51 years ago. And it is Buster Williams, Earl Turbinton, Sonny Fortune, Woody Shaw, Onaje Allen Gums. I don't know him, on acoustic electric piano. And Billy Hart, Guillermo Franco, and Suzanne Clewin and Marcus vocals on 2 tracks. But this is a Muse, obviously a Zeb Feldman. I have other ones, but you guys showed it last week, I think. So I don't need to show them. I just haven't listened. I need to jump in these tomorrow. So
yeah,
there's no G of that right here.
Oh damn! There you go.
Yeah, I paid $18 at Repo for this.
Wait, I bet you ran out of the store.
No, that was before people were paying crazy money for these records.
That's cool. That's really cool because now it's like a $200 record.
Yeah, I mean that was probably 7 years ago or something.
So let's see. So we got the Discogs up for the original stereo, and median is 143. 3 for sale starting at 185.
Yeah, I paid 18, and Steve felt bad about charging me that much.
Let's see it. Oh, look.
Was it probably a $35, $40 record store day? I have no idea.
Yeah.
That's a good one to
probably
get. It's a
something like
great
that.
record.
Sublime musicianship and production, amazing soundstage.
Yeah.
Cool.
And Buster Williams on bass. Anything he's on is worth picking up if I see his name on it.
And he's still around playing.
Now, another question for Joe. I don't see that much. Did you get anything from Motz's auction?
No.
No.
You showed this last week, I think.
What is that?
Roy Hargrove. Bird.
Oh, nice.
I don't know if you showed that. I haven't listened to these yet. Tomorrow I start.
I heard both Pinnacle and Burn are great. Like the guys who got promos that I know, those are like the two top ones for what they're telling me.
Which one? Okay. But the other one I got, I think I'm going to send it to Rob after because it's not my jam as much. Let me just show you. I did listen to
As
this.
he gives me his horrible hand-me-down.
No, it's not. It's horrible. I like free jazz, but I know how much I'll pull it out and play it. Is this?
Oh, Cecil Taylor?
It's pretty out there. The first record. There's 3 records, and I haven't only listened to the first one. So I need to listen to it. I will listen to it. I just know down the line, I won't pull it out much. So I'll not sell it. Wow, that's Freudian.
I'm your Huckleberry on that one if you don't want it.
Rob already.
Oh,
Rob, you tell me if
Put
you
in
don't
Rob's
want
pile.
it. I'll send it.
No, send it to me. And if I don't like it, Dave could be known for sloppy thirds.
There you go. There's a pile here for you that started. I got
Rob,
so
I'll
we'll
only
have to do
send
an
it to you if
exchange.
you start wearing a bucket hat. Okay.
I have to start planning my record store day.
Because I don't
Yes,
sell promos.
Delphina, yes.
I think it's not good to sell promos until at least 2 years after the fact.
Did we lose Dave? We lost Dave and Chris. They're dropping like
tricky.
flies.
Oh wait! Delphina wants the Cecil.
She needs to grab it. Look, I take care of Delphina with records.
Delphina, you're
Rob, are
fourth
you
in
getting any
line.
promo? Are you getting any
You're
promos?
fourth
Rob?
in line.
Yo, I got 2 promos here. I'm
What do you got?
surprised Mazzy hasn't shown them.
Let's see them.
Because they're blues. You're talking about blues.
Yeah, but they're good. I actually
I
have
got
2.
these 2.
I have 2
Okay.
original. Actually,
These
my
are
other
excellent.
copy, but these are good ones. So here's
These
one
are
how
excellent.
it relates to jazz. Tell me how
Excellent.
this record relates to jazz.
Because a lot of jazz artists would meet hookers.
No. So this is John Lee Hooker. It's a trio with Sam Jones
All
and
right.
Louis Hayes.
Boom.
Oh,
Boom.
nice.
It's an excellent record.
Nice.
Excellent record. In my auction tomorrow, I have a later OJC of this. So, and then I have an original of this. This is an excellent Lightning Hopkins. This is solo. This is a killer record.
Cool.
I think the Bluesville series is one of the best reissue series ever.
Oh, I did show. I showed the other one before.
Are they all recorded by Rudy? Are they Hackensack?
A lot of them are.
Yeah,
Not all.
this is
Well, it'd be Englewood
No,
Cliffs. at
no,
that
this
point.
one.
Okay.
The recording engineer was Jack Higgins.
Delphina, you should have popped.
Okay.
Jack Higgins
Yeah.
on this one,
Yep.
and then on this one, it's not. I don't think it's Rudy on this one either.
Yeah, Jack Higgins did Riverside stuff. That's a Riverside title?
This is the Riverside record.
Yeah, that's right. Riverside used them a lot. Like all that, like Thelonious Monk, Brilliant Corners is him. It's basically all of Riverside.
Is that in where is that recorded? Is it New York?
Let's see. Let me click into one of these. So Brilliant Corners. Let me go to some of the details here. Reeve Sound Studios, which is New York City.
Okay.
Yeah, 44th Street, East 44th. So and it's
one thing I want to point out, and consistently horrible about these craft reissues, is they're now just blatant. They just put a white box with the horrible
that's not
number.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
I'm more into less of the face melting stuff these days. I like it, but then you have to be in the mood. It's like certain thrash, industrial stuff. When I'm in the mood for that stuff, I love it. It's great. But this record I got, It's a Verve. It's one of the Verve reissue series. You know how Verve has the acoustic sounds, which like Tone Poet, but then they have the lesser version, like the Blue Note Classic, which is not through Chad. And this is a vocalist, and I just think this is a beautiful, kind of romantic, kind of a fun record. I know it's not hip for you kids into the weird shit, but this Blossom Dearie record.
Oh my gosh, Mazzy, it's a great record.
Right? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I was setting myself up for the fail on the jazz.
No, it's a universally loved record.
I love this record. Give him the ooh la la.
So that does sound good. That's part of the vault.
Yeah, this is the Verve Vault series, 70 years old, so it's 1 year younger than me. So, not really, but
all of her Verve records are very expensive.
But this is incredible. I think this is like a $30 Verve record. It's like again, or 32, whatever. And it sounds amazing. This is a wonderful record. I play this a couple evenings, unwinding, just chilling out. This is really great. What CD? Did you send me your address notes? I'll send it to you. Send me an email. I'll send you that CD. I have it somewhere.
Good luck with getting it, Mike.
Oh, come on. Yeah.
What was it again?
You know what age is like.
What was it?
You should come up and talk about Knoxville.
I honestly, I'm gonna have to run in 15 minutes. So I thought.
I have a lot of shit
Chris
to
was
do.
gonna run. Otherwise, I would love to.
It's gonna be a short.
Of course, Mike is always welcome here. But Mazzy, what was the box set that you didn't send Mike?
It wasn't a box set. It was a CD. It was.
Here
it is.
CD box, wasn't it?
It's not a box set. I got this as a promo. I didn't listen to it, but he said he knew it's Jackson plays Dylan. It's like
okay.
Yvonne Jackson. Send me an email, please, Mike. I think you went away and I forgot, and I didn't. I just need a reminder with your address, and I'll send it off. So yeah.
All right. You're never.
Maybe I'll throw something else in to sweeten the pot to kiss your ass a little bit. But I wanted Mike to come up to talk about Big Ears.
Yeah. That's kind of bearing the lead
here.
To
Jazz Shit Brooks about it. He was there too.
Big Ears happened, and Mike told us, he gave us the download before he went about who was playing. So it would be cool to get his review of it maybe next week or something.
I love the concept of Big Ears, where it has it's not just jazz, it's experimental rock and industrial and avant-garde and art rock and different music. I love that concept of it. So I probably would enjoy that a lot, actually.
Yeah. So yes, just some personal stuff before I go, like with collecting, definitely slowed down. I think I've come to terms with it. But yeah, I think I've been listening to a lot more of my collection, and I have so much that it really is nice to kind of revisit it. So Joe, I know you're kind of doing the same thing, and Mazzy, you kind of do the same thing.
I listen to about 6 hours of music a day of my own collection on average. Sometimes more, sometimes less. I listen to a lot of music.
He listens to music while he has his binoculars and he's staring at his name.
I am weeding out a lot of doubles and multiple copies, Beatles and other things. And that's what I'm selling with Kimbo at these Whatnot auctions. We had one yesterday. And I like a Beatle box and other things that are beautiful, but I don't need 15 copies of any Beatle record anymore.
And you should
As a
enjoy
collector, it was great.
Yeah.
So I'm doing that, but I'm not listening to any less music, and I am buying some new music more than not always. I never stop buying new music. It's not always new artists. It depends. I will say one thing. I swear to God, I'm not a believer, but being a father is so incredible at the early days. It can be intense. You won't sleep for 6 months. You'll be like, fuck, I can't do this again.
Mike, on your
shut up, Rob. You don't know. You've never been a father. You don't know this. But I remember I had a few friends who were about 6-7 years younger than me. I was 36 when my son was born. They were about 6 years younger than me. They gave me a Game Boy, and I'm not a video game guy. I'm that older generation.
Yeah.
They gave me a Game Boy. This was the year after the Game Boy was first released. I never took it out. It was in the box. Once Joseph, my son, like was a toddler walking around, he grabbed it. It was still in, grabbed it, pulled it out, and he was addicted to video games after that. I let him have it. He got into it. He plays it. He's a video game nerd, animated nerd.
I still have a Game Boy. I should pull that out. I'll probably need it.
Yeah, you want them to be preoccupied. I mean, now it's iPads and shit, right? But,
yeah. No, I mean for myself.
Oh, there you go. There they go. Exactly.
Yeah.
So,
Matthew didn't tell you the other part. Don't touch this part, right, Joe?
well, yeah.
Joe's a newer
And
dad.
wait,
Hey, here's a funny thing. Joe's a newer dad. He's keeping his mouth shut.
and
He
wait
ain't
till you
giving
hold
any
them
of
up. You hold them up, and you just get the first time your wife or your partner goes out. The first time she actually leaves you with the baby alone, and you're giving them because he won't shut up, and you're feeding him milk, and he looks at you on the rocker, and he looks at you and smiles, and just literally like Reagan in Exorcist, vomits all over your body.
And Joe, you're a new father too. You're you just had your second, right?
Yeah. Last June. Yeah, he's 10 months. Yep.
Yeah. So there you go. So you're an
Hey,
inspiration,
look,
Joe.
I have 13 nieces and nephews. I just had a grand nephew. I'm telling you, when I go, like my distinct memory is like my niece, one of my nieces, and my sister goes, "Just watch the baby," and leaves the house. Once that door shut, that baby just didn't stop pooping. Like it's like 3 diapers I had to change, and I've never changed a diaper
Oh
before.
my God.
Yes.
Ugh.
Nice, Roberto. Good one.
So that's definitely influencing my psychology right now about what I care about records. But I think in a good way. I think in a positive way. So I'm embracing it. I don't know. I going back to the collection will be a lot of fun. So if I can
Brainwash that kid, play a lot of music for her or him.
Yeah.
Him, whatever.
Yeah.
You know it's a boy?
It's a boy, yeah.
Okay, then yeah.
So Rob, you mostly listen to what you're bringing in because you obviously need to like grade and figure stuff out. Like what's your ratio?
But usually when I go out and just grab records, like a third are for me.
Okay.
But I'm usually cleaning and listening to every record.
Yeah.
That's the great thing about what I do. But then I'm trying to think. There's like the ones I showed, like I'm keeping the Juju. That was great, and absolutely. I do have that copy of Juju.
Look at Jew.
Yeah, you're horrible, Nazi.
So what else?
I want to point out something. I'm going to post a review probably next week, but I've been the issue with like looking at records and trying to grade them and then getting them home and cleaning them, and then there's some surface noise. So hanging out with Patrick is great. So Humming Guru did send me this. I need to. So I started recording like a unboxing and review. And this is basically like a spin clean, except this torqued kind of turner that covers the labels. Yeah. And I just I have a box of records and I'm putting some into my auction because it had surface noise. And Patrick suggested like a 85-90% distilled vinegar, white vinegar, and the rest distilled water, and then some Liquinox, which I have a bottle of. I put this in this thing, and I cleaned 5 records, and it really took the surface noise out of it. Like, this is in the auction tomorrow, and it sounds excellent. It's one of the original ones with the tip-on jacket.
Yep.
Even this one. I didn't show these. Really good. I'm going to do another preview video tomorrow morning. But that's
a very good record.
I got a quick question for Joe. You said you had a horror or bad experience with the Humming Guru. It just seems so easy. So what was your
Well, so when I got mine, I plugged it in. I did like the general wash setting, and after 2 minutes, so like it started out fine. It was spinning. It was doing all the cleaning, whatever. And after 2 minutes, it just turned off. And the circuit It just
You
like,
got a lemon basically.
But they sent you a new circuit board
and then
to
they sent me a new
reinstall.
circuit board, and they sent me like a Google, like it was almost like a Google Doc, and it had like 4 or 5 pages of just directions on like how to connect all of the wiring and everything like that. And so then I kind of plugged it back in, and it started, which was, again, that was the problem after it shorted or whatever. But then the thing wouldn't spin. And
did they send it? Did you buy it directly from them or
I
Amazon?
bought it directly from them, yeah. And
I mean, they were usually really good. So say, look, I need a new one. This one is
well,
a
that's
lemon.
what I had said.
One criticism I do have of the model that I think you have, Joe, which is not the latest model. I have that model too. Is that sometimes the really old Plastilite pressings that are really heavy, I drop them in, and sometimes like the old Deutsch gramophones are like this too. Their diameter is a little smaller, and it doesn't get picked up by the Humming Guru. So I have to sit there and move it because it just sits in the
Well,
Well,
and
tell
that
them
was-
you want the Nova. You'll pay maybe a little difference, but
Yeah.
they're real. I mean,
honestly, I've cleaned. I probably cleaned 1,000 records with mine.
I have
and
the Nova.
it's great.
Matthew.
Oh, you do have the Nova. You do have the new one then.
No, I have the old one, but
No, but
I'm good with
Joe
that.
has the Nova, so
Oh, sorry. Got it.
just push him. Say, you want me to negotiate on your behalf? No, just say you want a new one, and
Yeah.
say, look, you got it.
Send Robin Mazzy. Send Robin Mazzy.
Yeah,
Well, you know,
translate in Chinese what lemon the word lemon is.
I remember one of the first people, like I think it was Harry.
Yeah.
Harry's music room got one, and he had to replace the circuit board, and they sent instructions, and he said it was easy.
That was the first one. Yeah. I
Yeah.
never had a problem like
Mine eventually, one of the motor circuits went out. They sent me a replacement. And it was so easy to replace.
And that's
Yeah,
what they
'cause they're
did.
usually
and
really
it was
good.
like it wasn't. It would be working, and then, or sorry, I got the circuit thing all working or whatever. The record wouldn't spin, and after a few minutes, it would then start spinning, and then it was supposed to be draining, and the water wouldn't drain.
If you got a bad one, it sounds like you got a bad one.
And the
It
water
does sound that way, but maybe the circuit blowing blew that motor that turns the record. And then the draining, you have to unclog it. Sometimes
It broke his camera now. See, so we don't know what's going on.
Well, tell him how to change the baby's diaper. You're so good at that.
I think his baby is spitting up. That's what it sounds like, Mike. Get used to that.
I'm gonna mute him. I still hear it. What is going on? Do you hear that? All right. Look, I don't know what this is, but we're getting out of here anyway. Guys, it was great having everybody up here. We're calling it quits early tonight, but we'll be back next week. See you, everybody.
Adios.
See you, Joe.